Hey everybody, so today I decided to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a doll unboxing of a Nancy Famosa collection doll. So I'm getting married later this year, and I have a few wedding themed items that I'd love to sort of open up and share. So I thought, this is a great time to do this particular opening. So basically this is a 2017 Nancy collection doll from Spain, or colección. You'll have to forgive me, I do not have the pronunciations correct. Basically the idea of this doll was that she is a collaboration by bridal designer Ion Fiz, or it could be Ion Fiz. Again, please forgive me, I do not have the right pronunciations, I'm sure. Basically, I thought I'd bring her outside today just because I couldn't really get any lighting indoors that did her justice, basically. So I just thought, you know what, we'll do an outdoor video. It'll be really fun. Get some flowers. So I'm probably going to have to do a lot of this unboxing off camera because I'm filming in my hand right now, as you can probably tell by the little tremors. So I'm sorry about that. So let's just take a quick look at her first, I suppose. So you can see she's wearing a lovely veil. She's got lovely sort of rose red lips and blue eyes, which is more unusual, I think. The top of her dress is lace with blonde hair and gold accents, and of course the sort of A-style A-line princess type dress. And she also comes with a certificate of authentication. Am I saying that right? She's authorized. So yeah, I mean, that's the front of her box, and if you give me 2 seconds, I'll show you the back. We have some lovely pictures of the doll in different poses, and maybe some Nancy collectors might know that the Nancy dolls that come in this pink box are sort of a collector's doll. A lot of them are reissues of older dolls, so if you see these pink boxes, these are usually more, I guess, luxurious collector versions of the doll rather than cheaper playline versions. Now they're all beautiful, of course. I love them all, so it's all good. I'm just trying to give a little bit of history for anyone that might not know these lovely Spanish girls and boys. So let's start off here, I suppose. Lovely sort of a front view. Here we have Mr. Ion Fiz, Visa a Nancy de Novia. I'm not going to try to read that because I do not speak Spanish, unfortunately, but hopefully if you do, then you can read. It does say my 15th anniversary as a costumer, perhaps, something like that. So this is a special collaboration with him. And then it shows some of the accents, like this lovely satin gold belt and the lace, and then her lovely face, really, with the lovely blue eyes, blonde hair parted. She has a sort of a corsage, a bow on the back, and then it's sort of a lovely side look of the doll completely out. So yeah, and on the sides and back, that's my dog. There's also some sort of retro designs, which works for the sort of Nancy colección collection of dolls. That's sort of a retro theme that they have. Yeah, so there's the box. Now I want to dive in. So a quick update, really, so far she's been incredibly easy to open. This plastic sleeve on the front basically just unfolds in many parts, which I think is incredibly clever, like so. And I think also really easy to get back on afterwards should I want to put her back into her box. So thumbs up. So here she is with the plastic taken off the front. So this picture of Eos is sort of stuck on with just a sort of a plastic backing. So that's kind of movable. That's kind of nice. I mean, Nancy is the same. It's just it's attached to the backing. And then we have herself. She's so pretty. I'm really glad I did open her because it was bothering me that on the bottom of her dress there were one or two little, hopefully, oh yeah, it's just like pieces of paper or something that were just right there in the view of the dress. So I was really happy to open her, and I also really wanted to fix her hair because it's just sort of sticking out in awkward angles just in her box. So here we go. So this is stuck to her with a little plastic, don't know what you call those, those punch thingies. So it is stuck over her face in the box. A really lovely lace detail here with a gold bow, very pretty. And of course the kind of shorter arms. I quite like that about Nancy. And a lovely lace overlay. The bodice is lace with a gorgeous gold belt and golden corsage, which is also very pretty. It has some lace bow, and the lovely A style skirt, which is also sort of pinned into place to sit, you know, nice and flat in the box, I suppose. So it's kind of, yeah, I probably will release this, to be fair, because I don't know, I'm someone who likes to kind of see the face very much so. But we'll get to that in a sec. Her hair is sort of held with these little invisible elastics, just so there's a few bits at the front, which is lovely, but I'm going to be taking those off definitely. And there's also a certificate, it looks like, of untested, I can't say it, that she's a real Famosa girl. So I'll take her out of the rest of the packaging and we'll take an even closer look. A quick note just to say that the packaging is so convenient on this. It basically just pulls out. It's not attached by anything other than these flaps, which means you can easily take her out, put her in. And I always appreciate that with packaging, because sometimes, you know, there's just so many bits and pieces. So yeah, that's super convenient. Another big thumbs up for that, yeah. Okay, a slight annoyance, just a slight annoyance taking her out. One of her plastic shoes has cracked. Now I haven't touched it yet, of course, it's just I noticed that while I was removing the backing panel for her that she's attached to. I think it's pretty easily fixed. Just a little bit of glue on the inner side holding it. I think that's a super easy fix. And to be honest, I got this doll for a really, really low price. Shipped directly to me in Ireland from Spain, so I am not going to complain about one little cracked shoe, definitely not, especially when it's such an easy fix. It's no problemo. This part is stuck on with just 2 clear elastics, and so it can very, very easily be removed. Of course, I'm now trying to do it with one hand, which is slightly more awkward. There we go. So yeah, it's really easy to just slide out of the elastics, and I think really easy to slide back in also. So I'll open this and we'll have a proper look. So Nancy colección, and a lovely picture of Nancy sort of forward facing. Certificado de autenticidad. La auténtica Nancy Famosa lanzó al mercado en los años 60. Que ha sido recuperada como muñeca de colección. Nuevo modelo, vestido diseñado por Ion Fiz en 2017. So you've got your sort of stamp. Fábricas agrupadas de muñecas de O'Neill S.A. And then what number that she is. Oh Lord, we're losing people, we're losing stuff. Lovely look at the ground there as well. Beautiful, beautiful. And on the back, they have this very pretty sort of original drawing by Ion Fiz, so his original design. And I must say, like, they really took a lot of the details that he originally came up with. But I think a little bit simplified. There's not really such gold in the lace. And I think that's actually quite nice. So, dice velo, vestide. Here's the fellow. So this is just a sample of the fabrics. That's really cool to have, actually. So I'm glad I took that out, because I think I'd like to display this somehow. I think that'd be really cool. So, Certificado de autenticidad. I cannot read. They've given her some cardboard buffers between the base and her body to leave room for her hair so that it doesn't go completely, you know, flat or squished. I appreciate that too, honestly. I think that's a really clever touch, because sometimes you get dolls and the back of their hair is just completely squidged to their head. That's not a good look. So yeah, now she is attached to the corner here with one of those plastic nibs. So I'm going to cut this, and there's one on this corner as well. And as far as I can see right now, it's basically just this area that she's attached with. Yeah, so that should not be too difficult. Yep, so the back is basically a cardboard piece. It folds open out like so. I'm really liking this style of, what would we say, securing. This is great. We're almost free. She's just attached to this by 2 little elastic bands. Yeah, so I thought it was 2 elastics. It's actually just one long elastic that went around her body like this. That is so clever and so, what would you say, it's less wasteful. Anyway, I'm going to get her stood up there and we will take a closer look. All that I can say right now really is that she is so pretty. So I just want to turn her around first to show off her hair, which is, you know, sort of scraped back with these beautiful sort of large curls, and then there's a piece of her hair around. So it really is a sort of a bridal style. The gold bow that is part of her headdress goes around and under the back of her hair. She also has earrings, which I think is such a lovely touch. Lovely little gold earrings like so to match her outfit. And whoop, she's kind of sleeping there now. We're going to move. Oh, we have to do one more clip. So, one momento. And we are free. So just pop that to the side. I will get the inside of it after. And we can finally take a proper look at her face. Da 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 da. So she's so pretty. She has the side parting and then her eyes open when she's standing. And she has, actually her eyes are more green than blue now that I see them out in the light. And a lovely pouty sort of a peach color lips. So it's actually really nice to have her out of the box because I can see her coloring much better out in the natural light. She has these 2 cute ringlets, so I'm going to free those as well and sort of place them a little bit better for, you know, for me. She has this lovely front part that goes around. It definitely reminds me of kind of a 60s hairstyle as well, so I think that's really nice and fitting with the colección, which is kind of more vintage style dolls. This is the older style face mold, which they are using now for reissues. The newer face mold, I have a video of an unboxing of a newer version, and you can kind of see the difference if you go and look. So yeah, she's got her absolutely lovely dress. Just going to place her down. The fabric of this is so soft. So soft, you guys. It's so luxurious. Now, not to be rude, Nancy, I'm just going to... Oh, she does. She has some very pretty underwear on. Not that I'm, you know, too interested in these sort of things. But, yeah, it has a really lovely applique design on the front as well, you know. Very pretty. So the only flaw is her one shoe, which is a very, very easy fix. It's just a crack. These things happen. Tiny bit of glue and a bit of glove. That will be fine. So we have Nancy under the shoe, pretty much as always. Whoops-a-daisy. Just going to cover her modesty there as well while I'm doing this because, you know, a bit rude. Yeah, so the typical shoes. The inside of this fabric is really, really soft, sort of cottony. And the outside is a lovely sheer fabric. So we'll take one last peep. I am so pleased. I will fix the veil so it doesn't look like a nurse's hat in a moment after we're done videoing this. Thank you for joining me and watching this opening adventure with me. Gracias. And until the next time, bye from me and Nancy.